Raiding end cities after beating the Ender Dragon is one of the most exciting parts of Minecraft, and I want to show you how to do it safely, super fast, and come back with tons of great loot. In this video, I'll show you how to identify all 3 loot rooms, explain why you probably don't need to go out of your way to kill every shulker you ever see, and give you all the skills you need to end raid like a pro. So why listen to me? Well, I'm well known on every server I play on for being the guy you don't want to end raid behind because I'm like a fast-moving vacuum cleaner that hoovers up all the loot. I once spent 12 hours straight in the end and cleaned out so much loot that the other players built me an end tower outside my front door and asked me to never go back there. In my current hardcore world, I've end raided for under 2 hours and I have already accumulated 16 elytra and multiple shulkers of an enchanted diamond gear. Before recording today, I went out and end raided for 30 minutes. This is the result. I love end raiding, and I'm very fast at it. Today I'm not going to teach you how to get your first elytra. I'm going to assume you have at least 1 elytra with mending and unbreaking, a bow, and a good supply of rockets. If you don't, get those first. Now to start, I want you to follow the large land masses. End cities rarely generate on small, terrible terrain, so just go from big island to big island as much as you possibly can. Also, this is not for everyone, but I often like to crank my FOV up to Quake Pro so I can see more cities. Look how much I can see on normal, basically 1, 2, and a bit of the 3rd island over here, and when I ramp that up to 90 FOV, it's suddenly much easier to see. And then when we go up to 90, you can see I've got 4 or 5 islands here, and then with Quake Pro, even more. Just remember when you get near a city to change this back to your normal FOV. Okay, this will be our first city. Let's land and talk about the structure. There are lots of rooms in an end city, but only 3 can ever have loot chests. The first and most obvious is the end ship. This is where you found that first elytra, and it's always got 2 chests of loot and 3 shulkers guarding it. We're only ever going to kill 2 of those shulkers because it's slow to hunt the 3rd. Next are the 3 high rooms. These rooms have 1 chest and an ender chest inside next to each other and always on the back facing away from the city center. And the only other room you have to worry about are what we call flat tops. You'll recognize these by the staircase that goes from the top down into the room. There are 2 loot chests in here in the corner opposite the stairs. When we look at the city here, we see an end ship, that's 1. And then a 3 high room here, and you can see where that's connected to the city, so the loot is always on the outside away from this bridge. And these rooms are technically 3 high at the bottom, but they aren't loot rooms, so we'll ignore those, but that's where the city center is. In this 3 high room, the loot will also be facing away from the city center. There are 2 stairs here that are important, and we'll discuss those in a minute. And then we have this flat top. It doesn't look like one from here because there's another room behind it, but this is a flat top. And of course, so is this. You can see the staircase poking out of the top and the flat 1 high room. As we fly up to the end ship, I'm going to recommend trying to land inside the door. That way if you do get hit by a shulker bullet, it won't send you flying away, but you'll be trapped in by the roof. End ships are pretty straightforward. Go inside, kill the single shulker, and secure the elytra and the contents of both chests. What you choose to take out of here is up to you, but I'd rather take more and sort it at home than leave it behind. When you're done, leave the interior and go up and kill the shulker on the back of this ship. This is another easy shulker to kill, and if we just kill the easy ones, we'll never need to worry about the towers and dangerous areas. If you're playing on a server or want to know what you've hit, leave a sign that you've been here. And now we'll fly up to the 3 high room. Where we land is important, so watch what I do. You're going to land on the upper floor away from the city like this. Crouch and stand on the lower stair here. These 2 lower stairs give you a perfect look into the loot without being in hardly any danger at all. Break the lower block to access the chest, loot from that, and then break the ender chest with your silk touch pick. If you don't have silk touch, I still recommend getting these for the obsidian. When we do go inside, watch carefully what I do. I'm going to walk up to the left side shulker, hit it once or twice, then jump to the other ledge. Constant movement in this room keeps you fairly safe. The other shulkers who shot at you will most likely completely miss if you do this right. And repeat that on the other side for the other shulker. With both of those dead, we swap to our bow. Remember, switching to your pistol is always faster than reloading. Shoot this lower shulker and keep swatting away bullets. It's almost always better to play defense in these closed rooms, so just swat, and then when you can, shoot back. There's a good chance if you've died in an end city it was from playing more offense than defense, and not paying attention to how many bullets were in the air or how many hearts you were on. Let's finish this guy off and then I can take care of the doorman, and I'll show you another way in a minute. Now that you know how to take care of the 3 high rooms, let me show you again so you can see it without needing to think about it so much. You land up top here, go to the stair, mine this, loot the chest, take the ender chest and enter the room. Left side, hit him, and move. Even though I got instantly levitated, just keep moving. Look at that bullet miss. I'm going to work my way over to the other side and kill him next, same as before. And yeah, I've taken a few hits, so I'll check my health, but I'm fine now, so I'm going to swat at bullets and get ready to shoot the lower shulker first. If your health isn't fine here, you can either just box up in the corner or dig straight up and the levitation will send you out of the roof. Okay, with him dead, we're going to drop down and collect our shells. Then we're going to kill the guy at the door. Check our health, probably eat, and remember to keep moving. Look, we avoided that hit. Okay, let's just eat up so we're full, and then we're ready to do a flat top. Now with these, I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick. Don't go down the stairs. When you do, you get attacked by a bunch of shulkers in the tower below the flat room. Instead, look at how the structure is generated. If we count out 1, 2, 3, 4, the slab for the staircase is on the 4th block in. Now go to the corner directly opposite that and count 1, 2, 3, and then dig the fourth into the roof. 1, 2, 3, and dig this one. This is where you're going to drop straight into the loot room, and listen to how there are no shulkers shooting us. I'll go back out and show you how it sounds when you go down the stairs and what that's like. Instantly, multiple shulkers are shooting at me. Okay, either way, we need to loot these 2 chests now. Now, you can kill the shulkers in the tower if you want, but when you see the amount of shells we'll get in our end rating today, I don't think you're going to care as much unless you need hundreds. Okay, over to the other flat top, and we're going to do the same thing. Count out 4, dig, drop in, and loot these chests. This is a good spot while it's quiet to organize some of your loot too. I also do this in end ships because once that internal shulker is gone, nothing will bother you in there really. So here's a good spot to organize, check your health, eat some food if you need to, and then get out of here. Again, we could kill these guys if you wanted to, but I don't really want to. One more 3 high room for this city, and I'll show you that angle to kill the doorman this time. Remember to break this block, loot the chest, break this one, break the ender chest, break this one, and then walk in. Hit this guy a couple of times, jump over to the other ledge, and kill him. Swap bullets so you stay healthy. Kill this guy, do the exact same thing, or chase him out, in this case. And then look at all the bullets. Instead of playing offense, we're going to play a little bit of defense here. Swat, swat, swat. And now that it's quiet, we'll shoot. Very, very simple, very safe. Just be careful. Just like that. Now, if you look at the doorman from up here, you'll see we have this pretty narrow angle to shoot him. It's very unlikely he's going to hit you up here, so take a couple of shots through there and just take him out. If he does shoot back at you, it's only going to be 1 or 2 bullets, so just swat him away. Then grab any shells and move on. And this is our last flat top room to loot. So we're going to go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, dig this, drop in here, and loot both chests. You can also drop any trash into these and then just leave. Okay, let's put it all together. Follow the big islands to encounter more end cities. There are myths and rumors about how cities spawn, but they're incorrect. In an old Minecraft version, nether fortresses spawn in a very predictable pattern, and somewhere along the way this was attributed to end cities. End cities are on a kind of grid, but not in the way you think and not in a way that'll help you. I'll leave a link in the description. You can confirm that I'm right by going on a chunk base and just looking at end city locations for any random seed. They're random. One tip I would give is to get up high where you're exploring, then you can sort of hang around in the air and look in each direction as the chunks load before you choose a direction and fly faster. Let's lower our FOV back to 90 and raid this city quickly. As we approach it, start counting loot rooms. I see the end ship and 1 flat top here. It's not a big city. I usually start with the ship and then do the city from the top down so as not to waste rockets. If you want another tip, just land here, go next to this last solid block, poke a hole, and you're right in next to fighting the interior shulker. Kill him, get the elytra, loot these 2 chests, and leave quickly. Then get the top one on the outside, mark the ship, and let's do a flat top. Now you know what to do here. Break this, loot here. And okay, when I see a shulker up top here like this, I want to kill it quickly so it doesn't get everyone aggro. Then I can loot and play defense and leave. Okay, our next city was another small one. You already know what to do here. Let's see how long a small city like this takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, break in, drop, grab the loot. I don't take anything with Curse of Binding or Curse of Vanishing. And leave. Once again, we're back on the hunt, fly up high, look around in Quake Pro, choose a direction, and keep going. And by now, it's hopefully starting to feel a bit repetitive. Doing cities this way is way faster than the way I normally see people end raiding, so if you follow these tips, you're going to be far ahead of the average player. Before I end and go home with my loot, I do want to show you just one thing. If you know your elytra has plenty of durability, and you know you have plenty of rockets, the end is not unsafe. You don't have to be afraid of flying in the end. If you stay up high, it's easy to recover if you make a mistake, and if you want to fly super low to use fewer rockets, just make sure you have some to get back up. You can easily do things like this. I know a lot of people are afraid of flying over the void, but the end is actually my relaxing place. Keep an eye on your rockets and your elytra durability, and you'll be fine. Alright, last city and then we'll head out. Okay, quick, how many loot rooms are in this big city? End ship, 2 flats and 4 3 high rooms. So that's 7 rooms, 10 loot chests, 1 elytra, and at least 18 shulkers to fight. By now you know exactly what I'm going to do, so let's do it. In total, this city took me about 5 minutes to raid absolutely everything. Okay, let's take a look at our loot. I remember I raided for 45 minutes while explaining and taking it slowly. I finished with 7 elytra, plenty of diamond gear, almost a stack of diamonds, almost 2 stacks of shulker shells, and 12 ender chests in 45 minutes. Okay, that's it. I don't know what else you'd want to know. You're now an end raiding pro and faster than 90% of all end raiders. Go get your loot. Goodbye.